You are a diversity hire. You are a DEI hire. You pander. You know, and she thinks she's some kind of boss bitch. Yeah, you're a bitch, but like you didn't get that way because you're a super smart boss. You got that way because you're super bitchy black token. Like, it is what it is. So I don't know that anyone's ever told her that, but that's the obvious and I'm kind of done with all the Uncle Toms. In a way, I'm done with all the Uncle Toms. I'm done with Jason Whitlock. I'm done with Candace Owens. I'm done with all the Uncle Tom token blacks. Like, you're not that smart. You're not even that conservative. You built your career on a grift that is now dead. You were hired when diversity quotas were a thing. You were hired when white guilt is a thing. I don't feel white guilt. I never have. DEI is over. So now you're done. You need to be fired. Like, you're done.
Finally, I can agree with you on something, Nick. This your boy Magical Poem.
Rogue, he will be Nick Fuentes. I swear Nick Fuentes want to be Charlie, but he can't get his stuff together. He don't want to do right, I don't think. He has these crazy radical claims. He is racist. He may not want to say he is, but he's racist. He said,
oh yes, he said he was racist. He actually said it in front of Candace Owens in her house. What are you talking about, dude? He's actually said that on Pearl's show. He's flat out said that several times. So what are you talking about? Guys, this is Officer Uncle Ruckus Tatum. You know, he'll do anything for white validation. And you know, now he wants to criticize Nick Fuentes because Nick Fuentes called out all these coons and sellouts, such as himself.
on Candace Owens' show when they did the podcast that he considered himself racial at first, but now he think he's racist. He's a racist person that make illegitimate claims. But a broken clock can be right twice a day, just so you know.
Of course, he had to sprinkle a little bit of coon in there to satisfy his white audience.
So I want to hear this because I saw Cartier Family do a reaction to this video, and I heard the first like 3 seconds, and I say, "Oh man, this is juicy." So I want to listen to what he had to say, and does he have a point? In the comment section, let me know, do you think he have a point about some of the things he's saying? And also, is he a racist or is he not a racist? Roll the clip.
It's a shame. I really do believe, look, I think black people are not irredeemable, but there just needs to be brutal honesty. It's like, look, these black people are really struggling and they're turning into these maniacs. It seems like they don't do anything right. They're obnoxious, they're rude, they're inconsiderate, aggressive, cruel. And, you know, look, nobody hates black people for being black. If there are people like that, I think that's exceedingly rare. And I don't consider myself one of them. The reason that people have negative attitudes about black people is because most people's interactions with black people are negative.
Most
people's interactions.
That's a very asinine statement, because if I said most of my interactions with white people, the people were racist, that would be the biggest lie ever. So for him to even say something like that, that's very asinine. And guys, Nick Fuentes, he always likes to talk about low IQ for black people, but he ain't really that smart himself. He always saying something stupid. I mean, he's a dweeb. He's an incel. And he's very cowardly. He can only talk this shit from the comfort of safety.
Actions of black people is when you're stuck in traffic and you see a Nissan Altima speeding down the shoulder. And you say, what the f***? You're not supposed to do that. If everybody did that, it would just be another lane, and, you know, not everybody can do that. But it's like these people have no respect for decorum. They think the rules don't apply to them. They have no respect.
Now he wants to correlate traffic violations with black people. Everybody in every race commit traffic violations, Nick. I've seen it all. Everybody in every race does stupid shit out there on the road in traffic. It sounds like he just wants to dehumanize blacks.
Respect for society. Like that's their interaction is they are a waiter and they wait on a black table and the black people don't tip. Rude. Like that's most people's
Now he just making up shit, y'all.
interactions. It's stuff like that. They go to the DMV and they see a black person behind the counter and they say, oh, here we go. And the person's rude. Now, it just goes to show people are not racist. It goes to show people don't like people that are rude. That people don't, it's unpleasant.
Guys, I'm pretty sure that Nick Fuentes has met a rude white person before. There's rude people in every group. There's rude Hispanic people. There's rude Asian people. There's rude white people. There's rude black people. There's rude Indian people. I would think that being rude is a human thing.
People want to be treated with consideration and respect. And it is true that black people are, in this day and age, unfortunately, seem to have very low moral character. It's not even just the violence, although the violence is pretty striking. If you live your life,
check this out. You don't want to talk about violence because let's not get on violence because white people are far more violent. They commit some of the most heinous crimes, and I ain't talking about all, but if you ever looked at any of these crime documentaries and these crime shows, trust me, it's mostly white people, and they committing the most heinous crimes. So you don't want to go there.
and you know that you're going to be mugged by black people, it kind of colors your opinion or perception of black people, wouldn't you say? If 99% of the carjackings and stabbings...
Let me pause real quick. I think that Nick Fuentes is 100% true, or telling 100% truth for certain black people. Like if you've ever lived in America long enough to be around different groups of people, live in diverse cities, you realize this is not most black people, but it is sections of black communities and experiences that people are having with black people like this. I think black people do this more than anybody else do it per capita, but this is not every black person is like this. If you go into an IHOP, like we went to IHOP when we were in Orlando, Florida, the black people in there were ghetto, but they were nice. They were
All right, once again, guys, he has to sprinkle a little bit of coon in there. He just gave black people like a veil positive. Now he could have just said that they were nice and they had good service, but now he had to throw that they were ghetto in there just to satisfy his anti-black audience.
respectful, some of the best service that we've had. Not every black person that's in the hood is a bad person. I grew up in the hood. Most black people in the hood don't like the black people that are acting up. Most black people in the hood are not acting up. It's the ones that act up get the most attention. It's the ones that's going up the shoulder like this that people remember, but they don't remember all the other black people that are sitting in traffic with. They just remember the one flying up the bankment.
Now, thus far, the shit he's saying right now is true, but see, I still reject that because right after this, he's going to go back to his cooning. Because see, why can't he talk like this all the time? Every other time he's denigrating the shit out of blacks.
They go to Mardi Gras or go to, not Mardi Gras, but the Cincinnati Brawl. It's probably 40,000 black people out there. But they remember the ones who are beating up this white lady. And that's not every black, that's these knuckleheads. And I think...
Man, see, get the fuck out of here. Now, he talking about they beating up this white lady. That white lady didn't get beat up. She got hit, but she didn't get beat up. You see, he be with that old trying to dehumanize blacks too. That white lady didn't get, she got hit and she shouldn't have got hit. I give him that. That dude that hit that white lady, he was wrong for that. However, them white people, they started that shit, but that never gets talked about. And as I find it funny, they still haven't yet to let these guys who was out there fighting give their side of the story. They need to get that story right. Those white people, they started that shit.
That Nick Fuentes is 100% correct when it comes to the ends. N-words act like this. N-words are rude. N-words give you bad service. Ends do this stuff. Black people don't act like this. And I think Nick Fuentes is an example, in my opinion, of a person who only have a certain amount of experiences with black people, not the totality of how black people operate.
Man, but guess what though? Officer Tatum? He no matter how you want to spin it, he still thinks low of your kind. He still thinks he's superior to you. He doesn't think that you should be married to that white wife of yours. He's actually said it. And now you want to come out here and try to criticize him because he's calling you Uncle Tom's out. You know, the people like you, Candace Owens, the Hodge twins, Jason Whitlock, Jesse Lee Peterson, you know, the Coon Avengers, the usual suspects. He's calling y'all out and putting y'all on notice, and y'all don't like it. And you see, he's trying to sound pretty objective, but see, you should sound like this all the time. And the thing of it is, notice how he's criticizing Nick Fuentes in comparison to us. When he criticizes us, he goes no holds barred on us. He goes nothing back on us. But he's kind of lightly softball criticizing Nick because he knows his anti-black white audience ain't gonna like that. Hell, even in this video right here, go look at the comments. They're kicking his ass in the comments. So I reject this shit he talking about, because right after this video, he's gonna go back to his cooning. He's part of the Coon Avengers. Candace Owens, Officer Tatum, the Hodge twins, Jesse Lee Peterson, and Jason Whitlock, the usual suspects, the Coon Avengers. These people, they got big off denigrating black people. Now, Candace Owens, take nothing away from her. She's a very intelligent woman. I'm not denying that. But see, the thing of it is, Candace Owens, she got big off denigrating blacks. She didn't get big just because she's articulate and she's intelligent. She got big off denigrating blacks. And she did it to make money and to be famous. So did this coon, Officer Uncle Ruckus Tatum. They pretty much sold their people out. Oh, and I forgot Myron Gaines. He's another Coon Avenger. They pretty much sold their people out for money and to be famous. They didn't do this shit for no motherfucking or greater good. They didn't do this shit because they trying to help blacks or they trying to critique blacks. They help. No, they did shit to make money. And guys, I've actually talked to a white nationalist before, and he told me people like Myron Gaines and Officer Tatum and Candace Owens, they'll use you, but they won't trust you. When they've reached their goal, they'll just discard you because they don't trust people who will talk down on their own people. Because you see, they know that you've just done this for money and to be famous. And to see, the thing of it is, people like Nick Fuentes, they don't like the fact that you can come out and say the shit that they can't say, and they'll be canceled for it. You see, Nick Fuentes and people like him, they want to control the narrative. They want to, even if it's talking about black people, even if it's talking about black people, they want to control the narrative. So they have to send you out there, this token Negro, to come out there and be a mouthpiece for them. It makes them look weak. And they don't like that. And they actually resent them for it. And you see, Nick Fuentes, he's pretty much showing these guys how they feel about him. So this should be an eye opener for them. Damn, why am I doing all this? And these people feel this way about me. This is how these people like Nick Fuentes feel about them, for real. This is how, like, a lot of these anti-black people on the right, this is how they truly feel about people like him. Nick Fuentes, he ain't the only one. This is how they truly feel about him. But anyway, y'all, this your boy Mazo Capone, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.